How'd you feel the last spring practice went for you guys today?
I thought it went good. I thought we had a pretty good practice.
When did you come up with this idea to have this last practice after the scrimmage? Is it something you've taken all the way back to Tech, or?
Later on at Tech, it always seemed, well, the spring game, which is of course a major scrimmage, you wanted to be able to watch the film, you wanted to make the corrections, and maybe there's other guys you wanted to look at. And then the other thing, you wanted an accountability to get your work done in the spring game. Otherwise, one of them, we didn't have a very good spring game at Tech. And so then we scrimmaged this practice. We scrimmaged the whole time and got our work done.
What were the tweaks that you wanted to make after watching the film from Saturday?
Really just polish stuff up, the opportunity for guys to watch their technique and what they're doing and improve on it. And, and everybody's got something different, and so their position coaches obviously could stress that, stress and drills, reinforce what we're teaching.
How far has Cameron come development-wise since his first spring practice to now?
I think he's come I think he's come a long ways, and I think he's come a long ways. The biggest thing is we want to equip him with enough reps so that he knows the offense and he can elevate and improve. And then, of course, then in the fall, we'll look at all of them, and whittle it down until we have the top two quarterbacks.
Certain reads or throws that he's been inconsistent with so far, or is it kind of?
He's had inconsistency, but he throws a great ball, and then sometimes slow, just becoming familiar with personnel and his personnel, and then also the scheme of things.
Between Trey and Anthony, is there a leader right now, or are they close enough to where it's going to be like that, kind of going into fall, and they're kind of tied?
I think they're both really close. I thought they both had a really good scrimmage. So,
if someone were to come here in August, a transfer, and start to try to learn the playbooks, would there be enough time in August to learn all your concepts and compete for a job right away?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if anything like that happens, we'll check it out then and see.
I feel, 2 years ago you guys used all your running backs, Jamal, Gerard, and James. Last year you kind of kept it with two. Do you kind of see the same thing going on this year with your trio of guys? Or?
Well, I think you play the best ones. Depends what their role is and stuff like that. I think last year was better. Rather than play the four. I think sometimes guys get too caught up in keeping their room happy, but for the sake of the team and everybody, you need to play the best couple guys.
What type of influence has Coach Brock had, especially with the special teams department? What's he doing differently, and what have you seen the past month?
Huge enthusiasm, really precise, specific teaching. I think our staff's done a good job rallying around and helping and elevating their roles, and we were able to look at a lot of guys and again teach them the basics so that hopefully they improve from now until fall.
Will you stay here this summer, or do you go back to Key West, or spend some time
back and forth? Yeah, back and forth and around.
What's your favorite thing about Key West in the summertime that maybe the casual person doesn't know?
Simple. It's relaxed. Ride a bike instead of drive a car. And then the people. There's just a huge variety of people from, all different countries, all walks of life, all different professions. So, the people are pretty captivating.
How many people do you think you meet out in Key West for the first time and kind of hold?
I don't know. It's a lot. If you're bored, you don't really watch TV. You go for a walk because you'll meet somebody or run into something that's pretty interesting.